Hi, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Hot Girls Do Journalism podcast.
Hot
Girls
Do
Journalism! So, I'm Ellie Armstrong.
I'm Kate Alvarado.
I'm Amelia Posniak.
And we are the editors-in-chief of Huntley's The Voice. We are very excited to bring this to you. Basically, the backstory of Hot Girls Do Journalism is it is a hashtag that Amelia came up with last year.
Yep.
Do you even remember how you came up with it?
I remember it was sectionals for the
For state.
yeah, for state. And I posted something of Alyssa Boring. I think she was doing sports writing. And I remember taking a Snapchat picture of her and then just doing hashtag Hot Girls Do Journalism as a caption.
Yeah,
and it was my little name card, and it said Huntley High School Journalism or something on it. And I don't really know why I came up with it or how I came up with it, but
then it was born. So how the podcast is going to work this year is we have 3 sections. There's hot takes, hot tips, and hot seat. So we will go through each of them with you today, starting with hot takes, which is basically where we take issues on social media or in our school or our community, and we talk them out.
Hot takes.
So to start, we're going to be talking about Couch Guy. Kate, can you give us a summary of this?
Yeah, I have been on Couch Guy TikTok, I want to say for the past couple of days. If you are not on Couch Guy TikTok, essentially there was this video of a girl who was surprising her boyfriend. They're in a long distance relationship, so she surprised him at college, and when she walked in the room, it was just, the vibes were not it. He was not excited to see her. Everyone else in the room was acting a little sus. So then the people in the comments were like, girl, you need to run. He might be cheating. Something's going on. But then the girl was really defending her boyfriend and was like, no, I promise you, he was super excited to see me. He was just very surprised. Yeah. So now there's this whole thing going on of people examining the videos being like, ooh, it looked like there's an arm around him. Or, ooh, did you see that girl pass him his phone on the low and stuff like that? And the other side of TikTok being like, just leave the girl alone.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
What
side are you on?
I am on the side of there's definitely something fishy going on. Mm-hmm. Vibes are definitely off, but also don't harass this girl.
Yeah.
If she is finding out that her boyfriend is cheating on her, finding it out through TikTok is probably not the best way.
Worst way.
I think by just harassing her and be like, you're so dumb. There are some people being like, stop being so blind. Stop being this naive. I think any of us would be naive.
Yeah. Of course, no one wants to believe that. I don't know.
Exactly.
For someone who's in a long distance relationship, if I walked in on that, I'd probably be, I feel like I can read a room pretty easily. Mm-hmm. So if I were to see that, I'd be like, okay, something's up.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people were saying. That's kind of why it sort of became a meme. Now there are a bunch of reenactions of this is how I see the video, and it's so obvious how everyone is awkward. And so many people are like, dude, if I went to go surprise my boyfriend and that was the reaction that he gave, I would have left. Yeah. Because when he got up to hug her, he literally shrugged and then hugged her.
That's really bad. Wait, was he sitting next to her? Girls?
No, so he was sitting on a couch and there were 3 other girls next to him.
Because that's even a red flag for me. Not even trying to be controlling, but if I walked in and Grant was just really close to a girl on a couch.
No, and the thing is, the girl that was directly next to him scoot over twice once the girlfriend walked in. And that was one of the things that the people evaluating body language and stuff were looking into. Why did they scoot over? There was also a girl all the way on the right to the couch that was wearing a hoodie, and she covered up the hoodie and made a face. So I think either 2 things are going on. Either he is cheating and RIP that relationship eventually, or maybe they were talking bad about her before she walked in, and then when she walked in, that's why it was awkward, because there were also 3 other guys in the room that are his best friends, and they were laughing, cackling.
That's just weird though that that story is out there. To me, that's weird that she would post that, but also,
and it's still up.
Why do you care so much about this person's life that if he is cheating, which would be horrible, or if he is talking bad about her to 6 people, that's awful. But that relationship is going to come to an end then eventually. So I'm on the let her be side.
Even if it's just like the pressure of social media, like that would ruin any relationship, to be honest.
Agreed. All right. Our next topic is devious looks, which actually we have an article coming out this cycle. So if you are interested in reading more about it, we will have that for you. But devious looks basically is this trend where people take weird things from school, and the weirder it is, the more impressive it is, the more likes it gets and all that. So my thought is that it's like incredibly stupid. It's also harming students. Like, you go into the bathrooms at Hundley High School, some of them are closed, and I don't know if it's just rumors or what, but a lot of people are saying it's because soap dispensers were stolen, or like I know a door fell off.
It's so inconvenient.
Yes,
they close all the bathrooms, and I got out of class during gym because I wanted to use the bathroom, and I think I had to walk all the way across the school to find a bathroom that was open.
Yep.
And that's just so inconvenient. Like,
and what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, you go home, you have a soap dispenser, you make one TikTok, now what?
So I'm not gonna lie, when we were first talking about it in class, I thought it was funny, and like the videos were funny, and it kind of like, it's just stupid funny. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But then when Brown, our advisor, was talking to us about buying shelves for our magazines, his main concern was like, well, what if someone steals them?
And then I'm like, not be the case.
And they're expensive.
Yeah. And then he was talking about the price, and I'm like, poor guy spends, a lot of money on this stuff, and like people just mindlessly take it because they think it's funny.
We should put an Apple AirTag on it.
Right.
We really should, something.
And honestly, that I had a similar conversation with one of our floating editors, Allie Pansloff, because she mentioned that, one of the bathrooms, the door fell off or something like that. And somebody asked, was it stolen or was something wrong with it? And I said, that says so much about our school and our student body that you have to ask if a bathroom door was
how did it get that
stolen.
Out of the building?
I wasn't stolen. But the point is that you have to ask that. I think that's kind of scary almost.
But even then, like, I've seen, soap dispensers is the most obvious one, but also toilet roll dispensers. I've seen so many, randomly get replaced. And I'm like, did it break or did someone try to take it? And if you try to take it, how did you get it out of the building? Like, I don't, because they're these like weird metal ones that I've never, ever, ever seen the district use in all of the time I've been in any of the schools. So I'm like, where did this? It looks like they were like last minute looking for something.
Okay, moving on to the next topic. So on social media, that's the whole theme of this hot takes. There has been a trend where students, primarily male students, harass teachers and like slap their butts, that kind of thing. So I don't understand it.
No,
I think that's
the guys just think
fun
it's
harassment.
Like how they just think it's funny. Do they record it?
Well, it's for TikTok, so I don't know. I guess they record it.
Okay, because I haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any. I'm not on that side of TikTok, and I'm glad.
Yeah, we've just heard about it and are concerned because I think that's really frightening. Already students don't necessarily feel safe in the building, feeling like they could be harassed and all that. I think it's even more concerning when teachers do as well, because they're supposed to be the ones protecting us against that harassment.
Exactly.
If a female teacher feels threatened by like a 15-year-old boy, something's wrong.
Yeah.
They should not feel that way.
And like,
agreed.
What's going to happen? Like, I feel like for any woman, the reaction to something like that is to like push away, like say maybe something vulgar. Like, that's your human instinct is to retaliate. What's going to happen to that teacher?
Yeah.
I mean, if
they could get in major trouble. Yeah, exactly. So,
but can you even blame them for doing that?
Exactly, because I would do that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how old I am, how old the kid is. If you touch me, I'm gonna touch you back. Like,
yeah, and not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
Let's clarify. All right, so that concludes this section, hot takes. Now we're gonna move on to hot tips and just keep the ball rolling. Hot tips. So basically, it is college application season. We are all seniors, so we're going to give you our kind of bits of advice. A lot of us have talked to the college and careers counselor, Miss Martin's amazing woman. We've done our research online, and we've spent so many hours preparing our applications. So even though we are still high schoolers, I feel like we can offer some bits of advice, especially to the juniors and underclassmen watching.
Yeah.
So, Amelia, do you have any tips to start us off with?
Oh gosh, okay. So I think I just submitted about most of my college applications. So I'm waiting on responses from those. Honestly, my best advice for anyone kind of confused about the process is to start kind of early. Like obviously not necessarily like applying to schools early because you have time and there's early decision and then there's regular decision and things like that. But definitely looking into Common App, kind of starting your essay and things like that. It's always just nice to have that kind of done. I know I started my essay probably in the beginning of the school year, and now I am currently in a college essay unit in my English class. So I'm like, oh, that's nice because I already have this college essay done. So all I have to do in this class now is edit it, which has been really convenient. And especially when like applying to colleges, it's like I already have that done. Another thing is I think having a teacher look over it. So obviously my English teacher has been looking over it, but I know we had our newspaper advisor look over our essay. And as soon as he edited it, I was finally able to submit a lot of my applications. So asking for help is like really important. You have to put yourself out there and ask because then the process is a lot slower, I would say.
Yeah, my advice is I started really second semester of my sophomore year looking at schools, not like going to them, but trying to narrow it down. And then junior year, I really got a top 5. So my recommendation is keep your list as small as possible, but have a good range of, schools you feel secure in getting accepted in. And that doesn't just mean like secure, like you'll get in, but also secure, like you'll be able to pay for it. So have those economic safeties as well as those academic safeties. But have that full range because you never know, you could get into your dream school and it could work out really great.
Yeah.
But for me, I had a top 5 list narrowed down. And then senior year, the summer before, I spent a ton of time writing essays because if you have any schools that have supplement essays, you need to know that as soon as possible. Because for me, I had probably 12 short essays to write on top of my Common App essay. So I would say, just like Amelia said, start early and look into that. And just have people edit, meet with friends. Kate and I met one day and like swapped ideas and talked about our schools because anyone can be a resource for your college application season. But just start early, meet those deadlines, make sure you figure out, when you're applying early or like to what schools, and keep in mind that, if you apply early, for me, I applied early to a school that only allows you to apply early to one school, being it, and then you can't apply early to any others. And that's made a big impact on me because I won't find out if I was accepted into all of my other schools until March or April, which is when regular decisions come out. So take that into consideration too, because you're going to be under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure your senior year. And that's something, knowing all of that and figuring it out, that can really reduce that pressure.
Right.
I have not yet finished all of my applications yet, but I have done a lot of research more about scholarships. So I would say that's definitely something you want to check out too, because even if you're pretty confident or comfortable in the price range of your university, just getting any kind of financial aid honestly is going to help you so much. So I would definitely say if you have like a dream school or if you like your top 3 schools, look at their page of financial aid, because a lot of times they will have like partnerships with different scholarship companies or resources where you can find like different ways to get scholarships. I know for me, like DePaul is one of my top schools, and they had this partnership with a website called Raise Me, where essentially you don't have to do anything. You literally just put in your grades from freshman year to senior year, if you've done any sort of volunteering, what activities you're in, and based on what classes you've taken and what grades you've gotten in them, they give you a certain amount of money. Like each school gives you a different amount of money. So let's say you're interested in 5 schools and 3 out of those 5 schools are partnered with this company, then you can see how much each one of those schools will give you for your grade. And that can either help with your decision or even just like, that's free money. You've already done school. Seriously. That is free money. So like for me, so far up to, I obviously haven't put in my grades for the semester, but I have, I believe $14,000.
Wow.
So that's like,
that's insane.
And they split that up between 4 years. So like then you get like a certain amount for each each year.
Yeah.
So that is just a simple thing to do. Just go on a website, put in your information. Honestly, it took me one day to just put all my stuff in, and you get free money. So.
So those are our hot tips for the college application season. Feel free to comment on the video, whether it's on YouTube or on our website, HunleyVoice.com. And, tell us what else you want to know, whether it's about college applications or if you just want our opinions about any other subject, we can discuss it in another video. Yeah. So now we're going to move on to Hot Seat, and we're going to invite my little sister, who is also a floating editor for The Voice, down for a brief interview. Hot Seat will basically feature a member from The Voice, and we're going to ask them trivia questions and just get to know them better. So,
Hot Seat.
Okay, so Maggie is in the hot seat, and we are shining lights on her right now. She's under the spotlight, so probably going to start to sweat, probably going to start to feel stressed, but that's okay. We're going to get started. So, Maggie Armstrong, what has been your favorite part about being an editor on The Voice?
Probably just getting to know new people and improving my writing by helping other people with theirs.
Very cool. All right, what has been the most challenging part?
Probably keeping track of everything because I'm very ditzy, so I have to write everything down. But yeah.
What have been some of your roles and responsibilities as an editor this cycle?
For web, I have to check in with my staffers and make sure they get their articles in on time. And then I have to edit it and put it in as a draft so that it can be uploaded to the website. And then for desserts, I watch their video, make sure they have a thumbnail, and then I set it up for upload.
Very cool. All right, what has it been like? And remember, you're in the hot seat. You cannot lie. What has it been like working with me, your sister?
Awful. No, I'm just kidding.
There's no pressure here.
You're a little threatened here.
That's not the point. It's not meant to be stressful.
No, it's been fun. It's been good.
Just fine? Okay.
I feel like because she's my older sister, I've always been naturally, bossed around by her, so it's not new.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Okay. Now it's time for a quick trivia round. So, number 1. Who is the photo editor in our class?
Syed.
Can we get a last name on that?
Hashmi.
Okay, correct. All right. Who is the social media editor?
I know the marketing editor.
Who's the marketing editor?
Skiwa.
First name on that?
Sandra.
You don't know the social media editor? Take a guess.
I'll take a guess.
Okay. It is the first cycle, guys, so not everyone knows everyone.
Either
It's a class.
Lauren or Ava.
All right, take a gamble. One of those is correct.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. Lauren.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last name?
I know it's not Courtney. It's the other one.
Lauren Schmidt. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, it is the first cycle. We have 30 people in class, so it is understandable if you didn't know anyone right off the bat, but you did get it. Okay. And let's see, the next question. Which of Mr. Brown's classic phrases would you use as a life motto?
As a life motto?
Yes. If you want to just run through a couple phrases, you can do that.
Chaloobs.
Chaloobs. It's a good one.
Syed and his merry band of people.
Yes.
That's another good one. Quick story. Not to point anyone out or don't take offense.
I feel like that could be a life motto. No offense.
Yeah, no offense. That's a good one.
No offense it is. Okay. And which of the Voice staffers would be able to survive the Hunger Games? Could be in our class. Could be an editor. Could be
Zoe.
Zoe Emerson?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because she's smart and she just blast her music and everyone would be jamming out and then she'd trick them and kill them.
Okay. Zoe.
Strategy.
Zoe's pretty awesome. That's fair. All right. And which editor in any class would you take with you on a deserted island? You got 3 right by you, but that's okay. Take your time.
Editor, and you said in any class. Oh, any class?
In any
Jessica
class.
Gone.
Very nice. I figured you would say her. Jesse and Maggie are good friends.
Yeah, we are.
All right. Thank you, Maggie, for being in the hot seat today. We have enjoyed asking you questions. Be sure to check out the episode of Hot Girls Do Journalism when it comes out. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Hot Girls Do Journalism. Make sure to check out, we have a issue coming out this Friday and next Friday as well on October 8th and 15th. Our editorials will be on sexual harassment and mistreatment of minorities, so you don't want to miss it. But yeah, that's all for today.
All right.
So
Woo!
until next time, stay hot.